Just be happy. Why not? Just be happy. Don't stop.
That's H.A.P.I. Heavenly Anointed Presence Innately. That's in you and in me and all of us. So, to make sure that everybody on the same accord for three, counts of three, for 3 times, I want you to inhale God, your creator, and exhale love. You got it? Are you ready? One more time. How do you feel? Feel good? Are you happy? Well, well, I am. And my dog, of course, is kind of delayed today because of his bone, but that's all right. Well, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for people to tell what it means to be happy. So, I want you to be our guest. Give us a call to 415-573-5549 and tell us what it means to be happy and what happiness means to you. Now, if you have a little challenge to being happy, reach out and tell someone else and make them happy to see what you feel like. Now, we have a very, very special guest today. I'm just going to introduce her as Orange Squeeze, because she goes around and she gives squeezes and squeezes. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. And we're going to have a talk with Orange Squeeze, and she's going to tell her how she does it. Hey, how are you today?
Hi.
Oh, a hug, I like that. You know, that's very special because I forgot about the squeeze. Tell us what it means to be happy.
So for me, being happy is giving love away, because the more you give away, the more you get back, and love makes me happy. So I really loved your opening because that's exactly what it is. It's all about, for me, my God, my Creator, the oneness with the divine energy. My God is you.
Oh.
And you, and you, and you. My God is in everyone and everything. So it's in the flowers and the trees and all of nature, as well as in all of my fellow human beings and dogs.
Oh, yeah, the dogs. Because I was going to say, what is your job, Orange Squeeze? It's self-explanatory, but tell the audience, what do you do?
Well, I have a couple of jobs. One of my jobs is being a love activist and being a superhero. And my superpower is a super squeeze.
Wow.
So we'll get into that in a little while.
Okay,
but
okay.
The other thing that I do more during the week is that I work to ensure that children are not being enslaved, that people are not being forced to work, and that there isn't a lot of harm being done to the planet when the different companies are making all of those products we love, like video games, like cell phones, like even clothing, and lots of even food. So unfortunately, in the world, there's a lot of people who are being exploited to make things that we consume every day and that we like to play with and put on our bodies and give away as gifts. So I'm out to make sure that there's no exploitation that happens when our products are made. And it really doesn't have to be that way. I think there's plenty of resources in the world that everyone can have a fulfilled life and be appreciated and live with dignity, and we can still buy those products and give away those products as gifts that we like and love.
You know, it's interesting. I don't mean to interrupt you like this, but I had a guest on my show earlier, and she talked about the very same thing. And a lot of people don't realize that, the things that we use for enjoyment are done very risky. They're created by people's blood, and I mean their sweat and tears, and sometimes dangerous situations like diamonds and stuff. They're abused just to sort of bring us pleasure, and that doesn't really bring us pleasure to know that people are really in harm's way to create these things, and not only that, it brings a vibration with that toy that you pick up that unseemly. Can you elaborate on that a little bit more? Because I think I heard it before.
Yeah, I am a superhero for the enslaved children in the planet. And unfortunately, there are some children who are forced to pick cotton every season at the cotton harvesting time. And that cotton can make its way into our clothing, our T-shirts and our jeans. Because what happens is the government of Uzbekistan forces all the children to leave school and go out and pick cotton.
Wow.
And then the cotton is shipped to different countries where it's spun into yarn and thread, and then that's woven or knitted into products that get sewn together.
Oh my God.
And then shipped to the United States.
You say child labor, just forced child labor.
Forced child labor.
Wow, yeah. Well, it's happy for me to know that, so I can just try to give everything I can to change that situation, But you squeeze people.
I do. I do. And for me, being a superhero is important because I am working on some of these really difficult things that exist today.
That makes my dog happy, He likes to know that you're working. See, there you go. He's up again because he heard that you're working on to change the situation. Because my dog likes changes, very positive change. Because he wants everyone to be up in the highest esteem, and to always feel grateful about everything that happens, Wow. They tell me you're getting ready to go to L.A. now because you're international. You go all over and you spread these squeezes. And tell me about that a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I do spread squeezes at places like the Clinton Global Initiative. And I wear orange and bring some happiness with the color and the joy and the sunlight that it brings into people's lives.
Yeah. Well, why did you pick the color orange? I mean, orange is a good color. I'm just curious,
Yeah, I consider orange the color of transformation. I take my inspiration from monarch butterflies, the orange and black butterflies, and it really, to me, is a miracle that a green caterpillar can turn into an orange butterfly. I mean, isn't that cool?
Good choice indeed.
Or that, imagine if we could sprout wings and fly around like a butterfly or a bird.
Well, yeah, I think that's some kind of way we can do that abstractly, symbolically, in terms of you do that, you help make people happy, and that's kind of like a transformation because people are sad out there, and they want to get out of that mood. They don't know how.
Well, something you were just bringing up to me is about change.
Yes.
And I think some people are really afraid of change and uncomfortable with it.
Yes.
And I love change.
Yes.
I embrace change.
Yes.
Like the more different places I can go and
Yes.
people I can meet and
Yes.
experiences I can have is exciting
It's
and
exciting
fun.
me. It's exciting.
It's adventurous.
Can my dog go? Yeah, there you go. He wants to go. Can you take? Yeah. See, he likes change. He likes every guest that comes on his show, and he says, hey, you know what? He did talk to me in private the other day, and when he wasn't laughing, I got to catch him when he's not laughing. I said, things are constantly changing and nothing is really permanent, right? So I say to him, well, what is permanent? He says, there's only one thing that is permanent. And I wanted to hear, so I did like this, right? I said, what is it? He says, change. Because change will always be here. Wow! Wow, you're doing, I'm not going to talk about the president, but you're doing a great job. You're touching a lot of people. You ought to get out with Obama, because you know what Obama did? I remember. People don't remember that. When Obama came into office, he hugged everyone. He shook everyone's hand. People, just that closeness has some great significance in that, the laws comes a little later, but initially the divine law of closeness and bringing people together, that's vitally important. Do you think so? Yeah. What is your opinion? You're still on that.
Well, I think we're all one.
Yes.
So it's actually that we're just reconnecting with one another. And for me, when I give the squeeze, it really connects me to other people and helps me ignite people's superpowers in them.
Wow.
Because we all have superpowers.
Oh, yeah. Well, what is our purpose in life here? I mean, because people, I went to a job fair the other day, you know, and, well, just recently, and people were trying to see if they can get hired. What do you say about creating your own occupation or getting hired? What's the best thing someone can do to get hired in this troubled time when there's no jobs and people are sad and, you know, and I mean, I actually saw you at work. I saw you squeeze someone before, and the lady says, you know, I got to squeeze them. They wouldn't get a job afterwards and they hired me, you know. So, you know, anything you can tell the audience to kind of like bring them out of this this sad place in this very, very sad time and how they can deal with it. Think about that for a moment, and
I have an answer
oh,
for
you do
you.
already? Okay,
I do.
Good.
Look for a job that you love to do. Or better yet, think about what you love to do, and then look for a job that fulfills on that.
Oh yeah, it's just like you know, doing your passion, and your passion is what you enjoy doing.
Yes.
You know, I mean, really, I just enjoy to see people coming out of the darkness into the light. You know, that's very important.
Well, and I believe that when you're job searching or interviewing, if the presence that you give off is one of love and acceptance and generosity,
Yes.
that people want you to be near them.
Understand.
And then they're more apt to hire you rather than hire someone else.
Tell us about your hat. Yeah,
My beautiful feathery hat. It was Miss Giggle Monster made my hat.
Giggle Monster.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I was the wrong side.
Giggle
This side.
Monster. Oh wow.
Yay!
Yes.
There you go.
My dog likes it too. He was
I would
telling-
think so.
Yeah, it's Giggle Monster. Wow. Wow, that's very creative. You know.
And she made it especially for me. So I was very excited there. So having this message of love, of generosity, of a world that works for all, maybe different people have to think about maybe more profit and more greed isn't the right way to go.
What do you have a couple things you're going to present to me today? Or?
Well, the one thing I would like to build off of what you just said, and it really has to do with the higher levels of consciousness.
Oh yes.
And the Shore Slocum talked about the evolution of consciousness, where it first starts out that you're in the position of to me. Like life is happening to me. Awful things happen and you're a victim of what's happening to me. So if you can really give up that there's something wrong and you take responsibility, you can shift that into by me. Life happens by me, and you're empowered about creating what you want to have happen in life. You know, I think there are certain things that we're in control over, and that there's other things that the universe is in control over. And that's why breathing in God and breathing out love is what will have you live to be your highest true self.
Yes. You know, and that makes me happy. That really makes me happy.
It's
That's
a
one.
very exciting time to be
right
on
now,
the planet.
Right now, yeah.
Right now.
What? No bones. It's exciting time. Okay, just calm down. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah. It feels good. Yeah.
And then it's conscious of everything you consume. Think about those products when you buy them. Is it just the cheapest price? Is it that you could buy something that's fair trade or organic or has some sort of certification, or it helps somebody? It's a women's group out in Oakland who's sewing together blankets for babies, and just here in our country as well as in other countries.
Yes, yeah.
But the final piece of the consciousness after the through me moves into as me. And that's where we really understand that we are all one.
Yes, and reach out and touch someone. That's very important, extremely important. The worst thing you can do in your life sometimes is to do nothing. So, make someone happy. And I'm going to get back to Orange Squeeze for those who's turning in for the first time. Yes.
Lots and lots of love there.
Yes.
And you can pull that love out in people. I give love through squeezes,
Oh, yeah.
but I receive twice-fold or 3 times fold that, as we talked about at
It's
the
giving
beginning of the
giving
show.
receiving, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Of course.
I'm so glad to have you, and keep up the good work, whatever
Thank
you
you.
do, okay?
Thank
And that's
you.
what you're doing, the good work. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to let you know I have to go. That's all, y'all. I got to quit. That's it. But I tell you what you do. Reach out and touch someone. All right? Nothing in life is that serious, and the past doesn't last. But make someone glad. Keep them happy. Bye, y'all.
Just be happy. Why not? Just be happy. Don't stop.